Yo, it's your boy Skiddy with the Anime Watch. We're going to talk about the greatness that is Jujutsu Kaisen. So, a lot of people have already checked out Jujutsu Kaisen, so I know I'm not really talking something new, but for those who haven't watched it, sit back. I'm going to give you a little tidbit here. So you got my man Yuji, who's basically a cool kid, real strong. Grandpa on his deathbed told him, hey, use your strength for good. You're a strong kid. Make sure you do good for people. Yuji took that to heart. His friends were, into the occult stuff. So they obtained a cursed object. They didn't really know what it was. They just knew it was, it was strange. So they wanted to check it out. Now, my man Megumi, he's like a shadow Shinigami type of Jujutsu sorcerer. There's a lot going on with him, and you'll see when you watch the anime. He basically introduces himself to Yuji and tells him yo, y'all got a cursed object that's really important. I'm gonna need that. Now, to give you a little brief lesson, little brief lesson on what cursed objects are, they're stuff that can release curses. Now, in their world, they're not demons, they're not monsters, they're called curses. You'll hear that a lot. You'll hear special grade curses, which are the big dogs. You'll see them in the first season as well. After Megumi, tells Yuji about the cursed object, Yuji's like, well, my people's got that back at the school, we was looking at it and whatnot. And he's like, what? Megumi's like, oh no, your friend's about to be dead. So they go back. That's when he sees a cursed spirit. Yuji sees his first cursed spirit. First curse. Let me get it correct. First curse. During the fight, Megumi, you think that Megumi takes care of the curse, but the curse is just a little bit strong. So what Yuji does, because they find out that the cursed object was the finger of the king of curses. And you find out that, if you consume this finger, the reason why it attracts other curses is because if they consume it, it makes them stronger. But it also awakens the presence of the king of curses. So Yuji decides to eat the finger because Megumi was in deep trouble and his friends were about to die. So he eats the finger and gets possessed by the king of curses. Then takes control of the king of curses, which kind of, is shocking. And that's when you get introduced to my main man, Gojo, who is basically the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer in the story. For now. He has something where he can nullify attacks. And then he got something where he can bend time and space. Man, you definitely gotta check that out. Another favorite of mine, my boy Kento Nanami, man. He don't play. He's the Jujutsu sorcerer that don't play with his time. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I gotta get off at 7. So this fight gotta last at 6:30. You know what I mean? He's one of them type dudes. There's another character by the name of Nobara. She's basically part of the squad with Yuji and Megumi. The reason why Yuji joins the squad is because Gojo basically gives him a choice. He's like, I can kill you now because you're possessed, or, since you can control it a little bit, you can become a Jujutsu sorcerer, gather up all the fingers of Sukuna. That's who the king of curses is, Sukuna. And after we get all the fingers, we're going to kill you and him. How about that? Yuji was like, well, I'm using my strength for good, so might as well go with it. Live a little bit longer. And that's how you got that. Now, in the first season, you do get introduced to other Jujutsu sorcerers. You also get introduced to some second-year students. Yuji gets trained by Gojo, but you'll see why. You'll see why on that one. Megumi and Nobara, they get trained by these second-year students for a tournament, which is basically a competition with their sister school. There's a school in Tokyo, and then there's a school in Kyoto. So check out Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. It's already out. Funimation, Crunchyroll. Those are the two you can watch it on. Get with it. Now, let's get with a brief start of Season 2. Season 2 is more like a prequel. you got my man Gojo, who's, you know, in Jujutsu High, but you also realize that there's a Jujutsu sorcerer by the name of Geto, who on the first season, you find out that he's a corrupt Jujutsu sorcerer. He's evil. On the second season, you find out why. I thought originally like he fell in love and, you know, something happened and he's like, oh no, it wasn't like that. He just got sick and tired of doing the same thing every day. Got sick and tired of protecting weak people. So he went on a grind to create a world for only Jujutsu sorcerers. Season 2, you see why Gojo and Geto are the strongest. But what shocks you the most is that they were right hand, left hand. That got me tripping right there. So that's basically it. Season 2 is still going on. Again, Crunchyroll, Funimation. Check them out. Get hit with it. Unlimited mags. Skiddy with your anime watch. Again, tell us what anime that you want me to check out. You know, I know one of my friends told me about something called Hell's Paradise, so I might check that out. But yeah, like, share, subscribe. Tell us what animes you into. Tell us what animes you want us to check out. You know, do a little review on, talk about, whatever. You know what it is. Deuces.